The time is now 7 p.m. The rules of the road are that anybody who wants to speak comes up, gives their name and address. You have 3 minutes to make your remarks. And I'm going to begin by calling from those who have signed up already. Anybody else after that? I'll make a call and you can come up and speak your mind. First name is Mr. Frank Chase.
Frank Chase, 24 Roxbury Road, New Britain. These vital details will help you better understand our focused efforts to correct the ongoing flooding in our neighborhoods. The neglect and mismanagement we have uncovered has been occurring in plain view for decades. We are not radically naive. City officials have chosen to ignore the required storm sewer upgrades. The effects of this behavior is the ongoing destructive flooding in our neighborhoods. As our Majority Leader John McNamara noted, we must place our overdue storm sewer system upgrades in our critical neighborhoods at the top of the capital improvement list. The reluctance of our city officials to complete the required storm sewer upgrades is unacceptable. These infrastructure projects have been kicked down the road for the last 6 fiscal years. Our responsibility as concerned citizens and as victims is to shine a bright light on our city government. We will continue to do this until our storm sewer systems are upgraded properly. We have invited Democrat and Republican city officials to our home, listening and hoping for a plan. There's no plan yet, as we know. There appears to be some progress with the engineering planning. However, our city officials have refused thus far to allocate the required funding. Directors Corelli and Moriarty, Cardinal Engineering, and Weston Sampson engineers have all identified the Allen Street Basin as an outdated, undersized storm sewer system with deteriorating clay mains. The state of the infrastructure is at a crisis level. Tedonio Engineering reports that the surface floodwater needs to be controlled in order to stop the further progression of movement in my foundation. The long-term effects can be structurally compromising to the foundation and structure above. Intense rainfall overwhelms our compromised storm sewer systems. Our water tables rise, and the excessive flooding, stormwater infiltration, and soil saturation creates underground water pressure known as hydrostatic pressure, which threatens our foundations and structures. Factor in the resulting soil erosion, settling and shifting, our foundations and structures are in harm's way. Let's not overlook the creative financing highlighted in our 2022 audit known as budget relief. Where is the 2023 audit, which is overdue? Where is the money? Meanwhile, our critical neighborhoods continue to flood 6 times in 2023. We will press for our overdue fair share of funding to upgrade our storm sewer systems. Our property, that's my property, is the bullseye for the flooding water which continues to threaten our home. Our engineers report, which you all received copies, hard copies tonight, and you also got an email version. Our engineers report confirms the cause and effect. All of our engineers confirm our valid sense of urgency. I'm almost done. One more line. The cause is undeniable. The effects will be catastrophic if the flooding is allowed to continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank, and thanks for providing that report to the members. Our next speaker is Danielle Whitman.
I was told that was a sign-in sheet. I don't have any comments.
Okay, thank you. Very good speech. John Kristopik, Mr. Kristopik.
John Kristopik, 292 Linwood. 22-23 budget, declining debt profile. June 1st, 2022, the mayor said, "We wanted to lessen the impact of current obligations and provide enough space that doesn't create negative budgetary pressures over the next few years." Well, that's a good politician. Questions I'd like answered. Why did the Finance Department respond to the state audit compliance letter due at the end of September at 5:42 p.m. on September 29th, a Friday? Was that 18 minutes before the deadline? Why did the mayor say on December 13th that the state's audit review would not be available until January? Why does John Healy, the mayor's first chief of staff, who works for a company that underwrites the city's bonds, advise the mayor with no independent oversight? Why, for the last 3 years, are we spending $6 million less per year on debt service than the previous 5 years? Is this refinance savings the mayor always touts, or is it kicking the can down the road? Our debt payments dropped from fiscal year 2021 from $27.218 million to fiscal year 21-22 to $17,967,000. Yet the audit said our debt rose $32.6 million. Something doesn't compute here, people. I would like to see a debt spreadsheet from the Finance Department, something that I could understand. It would show date and amount of bond purchases that we were still paying on, what the interest rate and terms were, any refinancing date and amount and rate and terms, and an update on the totals. It looks like right now, New Britain has $443 million in bonding. Hartford had $534 million, and it was taken over by the state, paying $40 million for 20 years to absorb that rate. We're getting pretty damn close to that. I had called the Finance Department this week to see if I could get a spreadsheet. I was transferred from one person to another, which I got a voicemail, and I left a message, and I did not receive any response. I think we deserve a little better. I have very little, what am I trying to say? I don't believe the Finance Department and the mayor are doing a very good job. I would like to see changes. And I'm glad that a council is going to look into this. Hopefully they can straighten out some of these problems. Because with 10 years, and in the next 10 years, 10 schools are going to need to be fixed. The flooding problems that have been going on for years that Mr. Chase addressed, where's this money coming from?
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Have a nice new year.
Thank you. I believe we have a caller calling in remotely, is that correct? No more? Okay. Are there any other folks that want to come up and speak? Once? Any other folks? Anybody else? Hearing none, I'm going to declare public participation over, and I just ask any of the members if they have any response to what they've heard. Alderwoman Scott.
I just want to respond to Frank with the water issues, because we've spoken before, and I have the same issues at my house. And the last storm where the snow melted, it was kind of like the Titanic in my house. And I'm really concerned about this, because I think it's a huge safety concern. I mean, the water's cold. That's why I compare it to the Titanic. And just to put a little humor in it, I sang that song. And so but it is extremely dangerous that people are in their homes trying to get this water out in the middle of the night, and it's dark and cold. And so I've been talking to some of my neighbors on my street and down Allen Street, and they're all experiencing flooding. Not every single person, but a lot of the homes. A lot of the apartment buildings are flooded on the first floor. And I was actually told by a young man last night that it's not advisable to rent a first floor on that street right now because it is flooding, and it's been going on for so long that it's, hopefully, we can figure out a solution to that. And for John, I just want to apologize that you didn't get the response that you wanted when you, I don't know if he's still here, I don't see him. Oh, yeah, okay. The response when you called up, I heard you saying that no one responded to you, and I'm really sorry that that happened, and I know that your voice was heard tonight, so I encourage you to come when we have our budget meetings. Thanks.
Thank you, Alderwoman Scott. Any other members? Any remarks? Response? All right, hearing none. Thanks for those who have spoken today. I'm going to declare public participation over, and we'll begin the regular meeting in a few moments.
Did you hear it? Hear it? I hope they don't see this, or they see it to the girls. They can't judge. That's right.
Hey, Alden. That was good. All right, sorry, it got quiet. I guess I should start the meeting, huh? Good evening, everybody. All right, I would like to call to order this regular meeting of the Common Council. The time is 7:27 PM, January 24th, 2024. Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderpersons McNamara.
Here.
Smedley. Sanchez.
Here.
Beloin Saavedra.
Here.
Simpson.
Present.
Russell. Barbosa. Hargraves. McAdam. Gibson. Scott.
Here.
Connors. Malinowski. Pabon. Santiago. All 15 present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Can we all please stand up for the invocation, and it will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. O God, our Heavenly Father, as we gather here this evening, look down on our champion Pal Raiders cheerleading team. The training, perseverance, and hard work of these young ladies give New Britain the utmost pride in their accomplishments. We also thank the coaches, families, and volunteers who had the time, patience, and dedication to teach our team the skills needed to perform at these best levels, to teach them that discipline and hard work during the many hours of practice developed a winning attitude and taught them the values of teamwork and pride in representing New Britain by wearing the Pal Raiders uniform. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can be seated. I've been sick for like ever. I sound like I'm on a 1-800 number. So, it's a school night, so we'll do this first. I would like to welcome all of you to the council chambers this evening and tell everybody watching at home and for all of us here that recently the city of New Britain was represented at the National Cheerleading Competition in Orlando, Florida. And I'm very happy to report that all of our teams did an amazing job on behalf of our Police Athletic League. It was definitely a season to remember for PAL cheerleading. But I'm especially happy to be here tonight to recognize 3 of our teams who were crowned national champions in their respective divisions. Our varsity team, led by Maria Mitchell, Justin Mitchell, and Jaslyn Rodriguez. Our Mighty Might team, led by Latanya Harris and Nicole Lewis. And our Tiny Might team, led by Jahaira Jimenez, Iris Lopez, Elizabeth Almadomar, and Camaria Castillo. I know the entire city of New Britain joins with your coaches in our pride. I want to congratulate all of you on a job well done, and I want to call up Chief Marino to talk a little bit more or introduce whomever he'd like to talk more to everybody about what happened. But this is the Police Athletic League, so Chief, please come up. Floor is yours.
I'm not going to do most of the talking. I do have 2 of our Police Athletic League officers in the back, Officer Eddie Floyd and Jose Perez. I will say that I have been fortunate enough to listen to Coach Maria Mitchell yell at all the cheerleaders up at PAL for the last 30 or so years, and she is still at it. This is a program that has a rich tradition in bringing home national championship after national championship. It's something that definitely shines a bright light on the city in the Police Athletic League program, but we certainly cannot take any of the credit. Actually, I think Maria would get mad at me if I took even a little bit of the credit. They do all of the work. They put in all the hours. They're there long nights, long weekends. They did get invited to another tournament in Atlantic City, from what I was told, that we were excited to have them represent us at. But at this point, I will call up the 2 PAL officers to talk about the season and the competitions. And yes, I did just put them on the spot.
Surprise! Yay! It looks like the little talking head.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
All right, good evening. Like everybody said, this team's, they've been amazing, countless hours. They've put in the work even prior to competing. It's a real hassle to get them down to Florida. They do all the hard work. You'll see them in the corners up in Corbin. You'll see them doing car washes. They're just out there for the whole community. It's great. I mean, for the last 10 years that I've been a part of this program, you see a lot of the same faces. You see brothers, sisters. It's like one big family for all of us. I mean, I don't even know how many more events they could even come up with, but we have to support them. They're always going to put in all the work that you need. I mean, being down in Florida from this side this year, it was amazing to see hundreds and hundreds of kids, the tears, the laughters, the joy. But I mean, our teams clearly took #1. They're known all around the country. They hear New Britain and people just don't want to compete with them. But I mean, I applaud all of them. They did their thing all years, and I mean, there's nothing more really more to say about all teams. So congratulations to them.
Okay, well, wait, don't go too far. I mean, we have certificates for everybody. We won't do that now. We'll give them to the coaches and make sure we get them to everybody. But can you show off a little bit for us, please? I'll leave it up to Maria. You run the show. I don't know how you want to do this. I know, it's so cute. I love it. You can either face us or face the camera. It's up to you guys. Do any of our coaches want to say anything? No pressure. All right. Oh, yeah. Push the little face that looks like it's talking to you. There you go. Good job.
Hi guys. I've been cheering at PAL for like 5-6 years, and my experience was really good. I really appreciate all the coaches, even though we're not coached by all of them. But Iris, Coach Maria, of course, Justin, Jazz, those are the ones I was coached by. But my years there, so good. This season coming up is actually our last year and some other girls last year. And yeah, we were also grand champs, the varsity team. We were also grand champs. We got our rings. We got overall score. So yeah, and it feels really good to represent the city of New Britain. You know, cheerleading. Not everybody knows what we do and what we go through, like blood, sweat, tears, all of it. But it's all worth it at the end because you know we won. You want to say anything?
Okay. Yeah, she said everything pretty much, but a lot of people don't know exactly what we do, but just know that it's a lot of hard work, and we're thankful for you guys for, like, celebrating us and congratulating us because it means a lot. And thank you to the coaches, Maria and Jazz especially. They dealt with us a lot this year, and they dealt with all of the teams pretty much. They basically coached a lot of the teams. So thank you guys, and thank you to the girls. It was a great season for all of us, and, yeah, I really love PAL and the Raiders, and, yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. We're really proud of all of you too, and you represent New Britain so well, and you guys look so pretty tonight. Thank you for dressing up for us. Do any of the alderpersons want to say anything? Anybody? Mr. Gibson?
Good evening. I just want to say to Maria, yes, I'm putting you on the spot, but we go way back, and I've seen it from the inception of when you started with the cheering, and thank you for all of the coaches and those who participate in the cheer for your commitment, your structure, and put New Britain on that national map. Continue it. We are proud of you, and thank you for all that you do.
Alderwoman McAdams?
It's nice job, guys. I also want to acknowledge the boys. We said cheerleaders and girls. There are boys on the team. Good job, guys. Congratulations to you as well. Awesome, and thank you for showing us.
Alderman Hargreaves?
Thank you, Your Honor. So I played football at Pell for 9 years. I think I hold the record for the longest person to play there through my sophomore year in high school. Yeah, I played Pell my sophomore year in high school. So I know the tradition, you guys are always great. I never had the opportunity to go to Florida, so I'm glad you guys experienced that. A lot of times, families don't get to travel to different states, so it's good that we're in a program that allows us to travel to different states and see different parts of the country. So congratulations once again. The whole city's proud of you, and keep up the good work.
Alderwoman Barbosa?
Congratulations, young ladies and young men. I once coached Pell. I brought the girls to a competition. Unfortunately, we never won at that time, but Maria, you've been there since forever, and it wouldn't be what it is today if you were not part of it. Congratulations. I know it can get aggravating. I've heard the yells, I've heard the screams, I've seen parents pull their kids out. I don't know why, because it's not just, like they said, it's not just about cheering. It's about family, it's about structure, it's about discipline. And if you can get through Maria, you can get through life. Congratulations.
Thank you. Alderman Santiago?
Thank you, Your Honor. No, I'm always a Raiders fan. I'm always supporting you girls, guys, the football, every program that the Pals have, I always support. I mean, you guys are right in my backyard, literally. My niece had the opportunity to go to Florida last year, and I think it was second place. They got in for the first time for that age group to be in it. To go to second was a really big accomplishment. The only reason why she didn't go this year because she was scared of Maria. I am not lying. She said, that coach is scary. But she said she will be back next year. She said absolutely she'll be back next year. But I want to congratulate you because, you know, this is a hard work. I know how it was as a parent to kind of move from, you know, go to different states to competitions, to getting them ready in the mornings, you know, the whole, yeah, exactly. But you know what? You represent New Britain. You represent us really well, and congratulations. And to the ones that are going to move up, hope you guys represent us up in wherever school you're going to. If there is cheerleading or what is it called, the dance team. Thank you. One or the other, but continue to strive, and I appreciate you guys representing us like you do.
Okay, so not to make you come up again, but can you guys come up again and put your trophies in front? And if I have all the council stand, we're going to try to get a 0.5 lens on this one and see if we can get all of us in it. What do you think? I'm looking at Brock. So if everybody stands and the girls come up and put the trophies in front of you guys, you can come right up here.
Can we stand behind you?
Or everybody can come back this way, or however we want to do it. Or we can make a motion to recess.
Make a motion to recess?
Do I have a second? We're in recess at 7:41. Yeah, we're gonna all step down.
We'll be right over.
We'll be right back.
Okay? We'll be right over.
We can all come down.
All of the presidents. All of the fellows.
Fast. Thank you.
Make a motion to return to recess, from recess?
Second, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We are returned. The time is 7:43 PM. If you guys want to leave, we'll give you a second. Unless you want to stay and watch the meeting, but I really don't think you guys want to do that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Congratulations again. All right. I love that. All right, back to the meeting. Minutes. Alderman Santiago.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept the minutes of regular meeting of November 15, 2023, and December 13, 2023.
I have a second from Alderman Smedley. Are there any questions, comments, changes? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman, are there any amendments to the agenda tonight?
No, Your Honor, no amendments.
All right, we'll move right along to our petitions. Mr. Clerk, I see 8 of them.
Yes, Your Honor. Number 1, from Alderwoman Ira Sanchez, for the appropriate departments to provide information regarding the programs and services provided to the community by the Senior Center.
We'll send that to the Senior Center.
Okay, number 2 is from Alderman Santiago, for the appropriate departments to conduct a study and offer solutions to find ways to prevent individuals and motorists entering and exiting Martha Hart Park after hours.
We'll send that to the Police Commission.
Okay. From Alderwoman Beloin Saavedra, for the appropriate departments to conduct a study for the installation of a stop sign at the intersection of Beacon Street and Hatch Street.
I will send that to the Police Commission as well.
Okay. And petitions 4 through 8 are from Alderman Smedley to amend several sections of the zoning ordinances.
All of those, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, are going to be referred to City Plan and also the Zoning Committee.
And that's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Clerk. We'll move right along to our consent agenda. Alderman Santiago.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept the consent agenda of item A, B, D, E, F, and G.
I have a second by Alderwoman Sanchez. A, B, D, E, F, and G. So C is off, H is off. Okay. Are there any questions or comments on that? Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderpersons McNamara.
Aye.
Smedley.
Yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Beloin Saavedra.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Russell. Barbosa. Hargraves. McAdam. Gibson. Scott. Connors.
Aye.
Malinowski. Pabon. Santiago.
Yes.
15-0, Your Honor.
Motion carries. Item C. Just make the motion. and just do it. It's all right, just do it.
Your Honor, make a motion to accept and adopt item C.
Do I have a second? Second by Alderman Gibson. Are there any questions or comments on this report? I think I got taken off by accidente. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item H.
Your Honor,
Alderman Smedley.
I'll make a motion to accept and adopt item H.
Second by Alderwoman Beloin Saavedra. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution number 1 this evening, Alderman Smedley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 1.
Second by Alderman Hargraves.
This item was to amend Section 2-196 of the Code of Ordinances to update the duties and some language within the resolution for the Commission on Human Rights and Opportunities. And basically, it will allow the changes that were made in committee will allow the CHRO to request reports and monitor the distribution of funds through the Planning and Development Department, and I do urge adoption, Your Honor.
Thank you, Alderman Smedley. Are there any questions or comments on item number 1? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman McNamara, item number 2.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 2.
Second by Alderman Russell.
Okay, as this you recall, this is the purchase of a vehicle for the city assessor's office. They couldn't stretch the life of a 2001 Cavalier any longer, apparently. Council had a concern about moving off of fossil fuels, and the fleet manager came and explained that this is a 4-cylinder vehicle, and it would take considerable time to replace a vehicle needed by the assessor's office. And he also mentioned there'll be a report at the end of the month with regard to the fleet and a policy to pursue less fossil fuel, more energy efficiency as the city moves forward. So I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Are there any questions or comments on this item? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman McNamara, item number 3.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt number 3.
Second.
Second by Alderman Santiago.
All right, this is an ordinance to reestablish council authority on selecting independent auditors to be in compliance with state law, and with the help of Corporation Counsel, accepting a friendly amendment. I move adoption to reestablish an audit subcommittee for the purpose of selection of independent auditors.
Okay, I have a second by Alderman Santiago. Are there any other questions or comments on this item? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Simpson, resolution number 4.
Thank you. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 4. Basically, this is
Do I have a second? I have a second by
sorry.
Alderwoman Sanchez. Okay, Alderman Simpson, go ahead.
Thank you. Basically, this is a transition of ownership, and they have to run through the zoning process and obtain council approval for this, so I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Are there any other questions or comments?
Just one.
Alderman Simpson?
And it has been made clear to me that upon me asking that there will be no jobs lost because of this change of ownership. That's all.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderwoman Sanchez, item number 5.
Your Honor, I made a motion to accept item number 5 and refer to the Consolidated Subcommittee.
Second.
I have a second by Alderman Santiago.
Okay, this resolution allows for a presentation of the Brain Peace Science Foundation Connection Program, which offers social programs to seniors to support health and wellness through therapeutic exercise and activity, which helps improve cognition and supports emotional health for seniors.
I look forward to hearing their presentation before the Consolidated Subcommittee on Thursday, February 1st at 6:30 p.m. here in Council Chambers. For the record, my only purpose with this initiative is to support the elderly in New Britain. And I made a motion to amend the last paragraph. And the last paragraph is to read, now there be resolved that the Common Council of the City of New Britain, that the Brain Peace Science Foundation, BPSF, provide an overview of available services of therapeutic dance improving connection and a motion program for senior residents of the City of New Britain. And I urge referral.
Okay, so we have your motion was made to change the last paragraph to change present and it to provide an overview of available services. Mr. Clerk, you got that? Do I have a second on the amendment? I have a second on the amendment by Alderman Santiago. And I need a motion to pass the amendment. So are there any questions or comments on the amendment now that that's on the floor? Alderwoman Saveja.
Your Honor, to the maker, I'm a little bit confused. So we're changing a presentation to provide an overview. Does that still entail an oral? Is it an oral overview? Is it a handed-in written overview? To get it something to us handed written, do we need to refer it to a committee? I'd like to understand the intention of presentation switch to provide and why it's going to committee. I'd like an explanation on that, please.
Alderwoman Sanchez.
It will be a presentation from their side to all of us to introduce like this program to see how the program will benefit the elderly in New Britain. Like it does, it's from 55 up, like 55 to 95 up to 100 years old elderly in New Britain, the seniors.
Alderwoman Saveja.
So I'm going to have to vote against the amendment because I'm going to vote against the resolution, but I'll wait until the amendment either passes or fails before I make my comments on the resolution as a whole, because I believe it's inappropriately before the council, but I'll save those comments till later.
Okay, so the motion on the floor right now is for the amendment. So do I have any other questions on the amendment? All those in favor of the amendment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
No.
Party line?
Party line.
Motion motion carries. So the amendment will pass as is. So now we'll talk about the resolution as is with the amended ones. Any other questions as amended?
On the amended resolution, Your Honor?
Yep.
I did not hear concerns about this resolution until this morning, which I think is unfortunate. I think that we need to try and, whenever possible, achieve consensus and recognize that the role of the Common Council is to gather information on any programs or services without micromanaging or superseding the role of the mayor. So for clarity's sake, I make a motion that the resolution as amended be tabled at this time.
Second.
You're up.
The motion to table is not debatable. I'm sorry.
Second.
So we have a second to table by Alderman Santiago. So the motion was made by Alderman McNamara, seconded by Alderman Santiago. All those in favor of tabling, please signify
Your Honor,
by...
roll call vote, please.
Do I have 3 butts that would like a roll call?
Got it.
Oh, all right. Well, motion to table. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll. Wait, hold on, let me just explain that really quick, new people. So in order to call for a roll call vote, you need 3 alderpersons to stand up out of the seat and express interest in wanting a roll call vote. So that's why I say, I was gonna swear, butts out of the seats. So I need to see 3 people stand up in order to allow for it. So, Mr. Clerk.
Okay, and for clarification, yes means to table.
Correct.
Correct, okay. Alderpersons McNamara,
Yes.
Smedley,
No.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Beloin Saavedra,
No.
Simpson,
Yes.
Russell,
No.
Barbosa,
Yes.
Hargraves,
No.
McAdam,
Yes.
Gibson.
No.
That was no? Okay. Scott,
Yes.
Connors,
Yes.
Malinowski, Pabon,
No.
Santiago.
Yes.
8 to 7, Your Honor, yes.
Motion carries. The item has been tabled.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hold on, let me just make all those notes. Resolution number 6, Alderman McNamara.
Thank you, Your Honor. Item number 6, I make a motion to accept and adopt number 6.
I have a second by Alderwoman Sanchez.
This is to follow up on our earlier acceptance of the Audit Committee, Your Honor. And what it does is it creates that committee that will consist of, as the chair, Alderwoman Barboza, the vice chair, Alderman Connors, John McNamara, Minority Leader Smedley, and Assistant Minority Leader Saavedra. The alternates will be President Santiago and Willie Pabon. So I move that we adopt this. This is a time-limited and occasional committee, as we've explained, that complies with state law. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments on the appointment of the audit subcommittee members? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderwoman Barbosa, item 7.
I urge, I'm sorry, I make a motion to accept and adopt. This thing. Your Honor, I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 6. I'm sorry, yeah, item number 6. No, number 7. I'm all over the place. Item number 7,
I have a second by Alderman Gibson.
it's bid number 4146. It's regarding modernization. It's regarding modernization for elevators at the Bogosowski parking garage and the New Britain Stadium at $1,153,600 to JLI Enterprises. I urge for adoption.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Not a cheap fix. Any questions or comments on this? I know Mr. Delgadillo is here if anyone has any questions. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Connors, resolution number 8.
Good evening, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 8.
I have a second by Alderman Pabon.
Thank you. I rise to support resolution number 8 for public bid number 4147 regarding $1.6 million for the restoration of the windows at City Hall. The windows here are past their due date, a bit inefficient by today's standards. Bids were solicited in the bidder in question, Cronenberger and Sons, won the bidding process, and per specifications of the public bid, I would urge adoption and yes to replace the windows. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? All right, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Santiago, resolution number 9.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept item number 9 and refer to the Committee of Planning, Zoning, and Housing.
Second by Alderman Smedley.
This is agreement with Tritech America LLC to pursue the non-residential renewable energy solution, state and agricultural and municipal programs, and I urge adoption.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on the referral? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Santiago, item 10.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept item number 10 and refer to the Committee on Planning, Zoning, and Housing.
I have a second by Alderwoman Sanchez.
This is a 5-year extension on virtual net metering credit agreement with High Tone AG Grid LLC, and I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Any questions or comments on the referral? Alderman Simpson?
Was this a motion to refer or to accept?
Refer,
adopt,
accept,
sorry.
yeah, accept and refer, so you're gonna send it to PZ&H.
Okay, thank you. And one more thing, what, metering of what? Like,
Stand up
oh,
for me.
right. My apologies.
No worries.
Metering of what?
So virtual, sorry, Mr. Delgadillo? I'll let you answer it, sorry, sometimes I just wanna let
Through you, Mayor.
Yep.
It's electrical meters, what the metering refers to. It's virtual net metering. Virtual net metering is Solar complex will generate electricity, not in the city, not for a building, but in a field typically. And virtually, we will get the electricity from that. Obviously, we're not getting it directly, but they feed it to Eversource, then we take the credits from the metering. This actually was already built into this contract. They just wanted us to sign the agreement sooner because it took a few more years due to COVID to get the system online. So it was in the contract to originally extend the agreement, but which we would have done because, again, it's free money, it's free savings. But they would like it in writing now due to their lenders and everything. They like to have somebody under contract for at least 15 years.
As a side note, I think it's a really interesting discussion for you guys to have in subcommittee about what this facility actually does, because it's pretty fascinating. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Alderwoman Scott, item number 11 tonight.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 11.
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Russell.
This is Every Kid Counts After School program.
Oops, sorry, that was my fault.
This is an important program to help our youth here in New Britain, grades 3 through 5. It is after school, and it's an extended school program, and also is a component of during the school hours as well. So it helps out with enrichment and recreation, wellness, and it helps our kids a lot. So this is a grant, and this is a one-year grant, and they're asking respectfully for the finance department to set up expenditures and revenue accounts per resolution so that they can fund the programs for our young people, and it's $112,000. So I make a motion to adopt this resolution.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Are there any questions or comments on this? Alderwoman Saavedra.
We have two very similar resolutions in a row, so I'll just ask the question on this one to Mr. Barbieri. Is he still here?
He is.
Okay, hiding in the corner. I'm just going to say the question while you know what I'm going to ask you because I emailed it to you earlier. But last time when we talked about Kids Count, I asked the question about Park and Rec and servicing kids in the school district with special needs in the after-school program, and I emailed you today, but I just wanted you to put it on the record, the amount of kids that you approximately service as a whole, and then the amount of kids that have some type of special needs that you make accommodations for.
Sure. So our after-school programs are over 500 every single day, which is phenomenal. And we have over 200 that have some kind of special accommodation. It could be a food allergy, the spectrum is huge, but over 200 have that issue. And it actually, as my role as the ADA coordinator, kind of matches up to those across the country. 25% just in general, the general population have some kind of ADA issue. So it kind of matches up and it makes sense, and we're happy to provide those accommodations.
And within that context of the number of children, food allergy is but one example. You have kids with developmental disabilities, autism, some type of other developmental disabilities that also participate in these programs that you make accommodations for on an individualized basis.
Fully individualized basis in consultation with the parents, the school district, what's appropriate for the child, so that they're successful in the after-school program and it's a safe environment for them to participate.
And no child's ever counseled out of participation because of a special needs.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Barbieri while he's here? I just want to make one, I think this is correct. The first grant is a grant that's coming as a pass-through through us from the school district. The second one tonight is coming to us from the State Department of Education. So that's just why you see them separately here. Separate funding sources that will piecemeal together the funding for the whole program.
That's correct, Mayor.
All right. That's why you'll see like multiple resolutions for this all the time. It comes up a lot. All right, thank you. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And Alderwoman McAdam, the final resolution this evening.
I make a motion to accept and adopt number 12.
I have a second from
Every
Alderman
Kid Counts
Gibson.
After School program at 6 elementary schools in New Britain. And it is as Your Honor said, a grant from the state of Connecticut to cover 6 elementary schools, including Chamberlain, Gaffney, Jefferson, North End, Smith, and Smalley. And this is for the after-school program, which was everything that was previously stated. And I make a motion to accept.
Any other questions or comments? Gibson. Alderman Gibson? Yep. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Made by Alderman Smedley.
Your Honor?
Yeah, Alderman McNamara.
Thank you. Before we adjourn, I just have a point of parliamentary inquiry that maybe Ms. McCorsky could help us out with. I believe there was item C with regard to the audit that was accepted and adopted by Alderman Smedley. How do you recall that vote? Can I ask through you?
Sure.
Well, it was accepted, so there would have to be, I mean, I haven't done this, I don't know if it's a motion for reconsideration, but it's got to be
From the prevailing side.
from the prevailing side.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you want to reconsider that vote,
Yes.
then you can do that now. I don't have my Roberts Rules book with me.
I know you know them by heart.
I wish. But it would have to be a motion to reconsider that motion.
Made by somebody who voted in the affirmative, so, which everybody did.
Right,
So
correct.
anyone who voted yes could make a motion to reconsider, and then it would come,
Back, and then a motion would have to be made again on it.
right.
Is my
But you need,
understanding.
but do you need a 2/3
Which is majority.
or just a simple majority?
I think it's a simple majority, but you're going to have to give me a second
Yeah.
to look at it, okay?
Sure.
Thank you, thank you.
Make a motion to recess and to give the chance for.
Second by Alderwoman Sanchez. Anybody opposed? We'll recess, 8:08.
I meant to send it to the committee. I couldn't find the notes.
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter because you'll have consensus, right?
Correct.
All right, I think,
I make a motion to adjourn, make a motion to return. Return from recess.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I'll call that real quick. We have a motion to return. I have a second by Alderman McNamara. All those in favor of returning, say aye. Aye. It's 8:10. We're back from recess. Alderman McNamara has the floor.
thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion for immediate reconsideration of item C.
Second,
I have a second from Alderman Smedley.
Your Honor. Oh, sorry.
I yield to Ms. Smith.
Thank you. I just want to raise that we also do support the reconsideration to refer this to a committee for further discussion.
Finance and.
Administration Finance.
AFL, yeah? To-
Right.
Oh, you have one.
You're out of order.
I'm the only one that can do that. Well, wait, so Alderman McNamara, so the motion to, hold on, I just want to make sure we get this right with Mr. Clerk. So the motion was made to reconsider item C, so it was report C, which is the audit.
Yep.
And so made by Alderman McNamara, seconded by Alderman Smedley. So we're going to do a voice vote on the reconsideration. So all those in favor of the reconsideration, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. So now we're reconsidering this item that's in front of us. So Alderman McNamara, will you please present item C and refer?
Thank you, Your Honor. This is item C, to refer to the Committee on Administration, Finance, and Law, and I urge referral.
I have a second by Alderman Santiago. Is there any questions on the referral to Admin, Finance, and Law? Alderman Smedley.
Sir, did you intend to refer this to the new audit subcommittee of the Administration, Finance, and Law, or Administration, Finance, and Law?
Thank you, Alderman Smedley. No, I think I made clear the intent of the audit subcommittee, which is when it comes time for renewal of selecting our auditors, that following state law, the council is the appointing authority, simply that.
Okay.
This is, otherwise, this business is before the whole AFL.
Thank you.
Any other questions on item C's reconsideration? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.
Motion adjourned.
Made by Alderman Santiago, seconded by Alderman Simpson. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Good night. The time is 8:12 p.m.
That's a court expected.